Good morning, grade 3 students, and welcome to your English video lesson. Today's lesson is Project Part 2 from Module 6. Let's take a look at our learning objectives and what we will be doing. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to make a draft about favorite season, revise and edit the first draft, write the final paragraph about favorite season. For our lesson today, you will need to open your books to the same pages as yesterday, Students Book 81 and Workbook 78. Make sure to open the correct pages and follow the exercises in this video. You have to write the answers in your books. First, let's go back to our friend from yesterday's lesson. Do you remember his name? Is it Andy, Jack, or Yang? Well done, his name is Yang. Let me ask you another question. Do you remember what's his favorite season? Is it autumn, summer, or winter? Yes, it's winter. Excellent. Today, we are going to write a paragraph about favorite season. Before we start writing, let's take a look at Yang's paragraph. He started by saying his name and where he lives. Then he mentioned the current month and season. He also described the weather when he said it's very cold. Then he talked about his activities. He said, I like playing with my friends in the snow. Finally, he mentioned his favorite season, which is winter. Before we start writing immediately, we will go through the steps of writing. This way, it will be easier to make our writing perfect and without mistakes. The steps are pre-write, first draft, revise, edit, and final draft. Don't worry, I will tell you what each of them means in a moment. Step number 1 is pre-writing, the brainstorming. In this step, you are going to think about your topic, look at the helping questions, and brainstorm ideas. We will brainstorm the most important parts of our paragraph. We will write down our ideas here in Workbook 78, Exercise 2. Remember, this is only brainstorming, so we don't have to write full sentences yet. We can use words, phrases, or short sentences. Ready to start? I will give you some helping words that you can use. In question number 1, what's your name? You only have to write your name. In question number 2, where do you live? You can say in Doha, Qatar, or you can change Doha to the name of the area you live in. In question number 3, what month and season is it there now? I am sure you know the answer. It is January and it's winter. In the next question, how is the weather there now? You can use one of the many words we discussed yesterday. Do you remember them? Words like cool, cold, windy, rainy. I know you remember. In the next question, what do you do in that season? You studied many phrases in your book. you can use one of them, like go camping, go sailing, go hiking. You can write whatever you like. In the last question, what's your favorite season? You only have to write the name of the season. So, summer, winter, autumn, or spring. This is very easy. You can pause the video here and take your time to organize your ideas. This is a copy of my brainstorming. You can use it as a guide to help you organize your ideas too. For example, in the first question, what's your name? I wrote my full name, Maha Majdi. In number 2, where do you live? I wrote in Doha, Qatar. In number 3, what month and season is it there now? We said it's January and it's winter. In the next question, how is the weather there now? I chose to describe it as cold. In the next question, what do you do in that season? After thinking, I decided to write, I ride my bike in Aspire Park. In the last question, what's your favorite season? I wrote that it's winter. Now that we finished brainstorming, let's move to step 2, first draft. In this step, we are going to write our first draft. We are going to write sentences and join them into a paragraph. Are you ready to start writing? Here we go. This is my first draft. Let's read it together. My name's Maha Majdi. I live in Doha, Qatar. It's January and it's winter. In winter, it is cold. I like riding my bike in Aspire Park. My favorite season is winter. Now maybe you see some mistakes in my writing. I know you are very smart. But don't worry about any mistakes now. We will correct them in the next step. Step number 3. Revise. Revising is reading your first draft and making changes to make your writing look better. You can add big words or sentences. You can remove things you don't need. You can move some words to change the order of your sentences. And you can substitute or change some words in your paragraph to make it more interesting. This is what we call ARMS strategy. Add, remove, move, and substitute. Okay, let's go back to my first draft. Let's read it again and try to make the sentences longer and better. I think I will add some big words to my sentences. Take a look. I think I want to say, in winter, it's cold and windy. I think it's better this way. And in the sentence I say, I like riding my bike in Aspire Park, I think I want to add something else. So I will say, going on picnics. I like that too. So my sentence will be, I like riding my bike in Aspire Park and going on picnics. It's better now, don't you think? Now we will move to step number 4, edit. Editing means to correct any spelling, punctuation, or grammar mistakes. You can call the cops for help. Do you remember what COPS stand for? Let me remind you. We have C for capitalization. And when do we use capital letters? Exactly, we use it for names, countries, beginning of sentences, days and months. O stands for organization. This means the number of sentences, using correct tenses, and leaving enough space between words and sentences. P stands for exactly punctuation, and this means using full stop, comma, and question mark where needed. S stands for spelling, and you can always go back to your book to check the spelling of words. Okay, let's go back to my draft and find the mistakes there. Can you help me find them? In the first line, I have two mistakes, in Doha and in Qatar. They both should be... Exactly, they should be in capital letters. And in the second line, January. It should also be capital letter because it's the name of a month. In the next sentence, the word cold has a spelling mistake. The D is not written this way. It should be written the other way. In the next sentence, I have two mistakes in Aspire and Park. It's the name of a famous place, so I should use... Yes, capital letters. Thank you so much for helping me. Finally, we reach the last step. Write your final draft. Do your best to make your writing special. So, now I want you to open Workbook 78 if you haven't, and write your final paragraph there. Don't forget to use nice handwriting. Make your teacher proud. You can pause the video here to take a look at my final draft. This way, we finished our lesson for today. Let's go back quickly to sum up what we have done. We made a draft about favorite season. We revised and edited the first draft. And finally, we wrote the final paragraph about favorite season. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.